stay fly.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Mouthin Out. I am your host, Adrian Nice. Right now, I am with
Tony Martinez. What's up, y'all?
Tony Martinez in the building. Thank you for sitting down with me.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you.
All right, so while I was setting up, he was kind of trying to tell me who he was, what he does, but we saved it for the interview. So for my audience, who are you? What do you do, bro? A little bit, and then we'll go deeper into it.
Okay. Well, I'm Tony Martinez. I am a published wardrobe stylist. I've worked with a couple people. I work with Duchess from Black Ink. I work with the late great Dapper Africa. I've actually been published overseas. I just landed like a publishing for Shein magazine. I was excited about that. Nene Links made the cover for that, and my work was featured in that particular magazine, so I was excited about that.
That's dope. I've worked with Shein magazine too, like the little movie premieres and stuff like. I go do the interviews for some of the
cool.
some of the shit like that. That's dope though. That you're working with big brands, big people. Let's start with Duchess. So like, how did that situation come about? Did someone mediate it and they kind of introduce you to her?
It was so crazy. So I was working my 9 to 5 at the time. And I got a phone call. A friend of mine's, Nikon Don, he was just like, hey, I need you to come to the studio. And he was like,
out of nowhere.
I was like, huh? Like, what you mean? He was like, come to the studio right now. Like pretty much like figure it out. So I was like, all right. So when I got there and I realized it was her, and I was like, oh, snap. Like, that's crazy. So I was a little nervous at first because I was like, oh, my God, because she was like my first, like, celebrity that I've styled, so it was pretty cool.
What when you say studio, are you saying like tattoo studio or a photo studio?
Oh no, it's a photo studio. I'm sorry.
So she was doing a shoot.
Yeah, she was doing a photo shoot. Yeah, so she was doing a photo shoot, and her vibe, like everything, I loved it. Like she was very humble,
super chill,
very humble person. We had a lot of fun that day, so it was really nice.
And so after that, you've just been tapped in with her.
Yeah, ever since then, I've been like, just hustling a lot. Like I said, I got a publishing over in the UK. I just did a shoot with Shein magazine.
Yeah, how did the shoot with Shein magazine come about?
Through a hairstylist of mine. He was doing the hair for that, and they had brought me on as a wardrobe stylist. So that's how that came about.
When it comes to styling people, do you only style like is it just model styling, or are you open to styling like actors, entertainers, or any type of person?
I'm pretty much open to whatever, basically. Like I've done a lot of model work. Like I said, worked with celebrity clientele. Yeah. I've done personal shopping. I've done personal styling for like friends and stuff like that. So basically, I'm just like an all-around type stylist.
So when it comes to styling people, is there like an art to that? Like, or is it just like, I don't know. You give us the insight.
I think it's never a limit to fashion from my perspective of it. I've always said, like, you can just pretty much, everybody has a sense of fashion. I don't never knock nobody for like, oh, that's whack or whatever, because I feel like where we are now is just like you could just make anything unique and you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If that's what you like, that's your fashion. Mm-hmm. So it's just pretty much like I can't really explain it on how, like, for me, because it's just like I have that eye. I've always kind of had that eye since I was like a kid. So it's just been like stuff that I've like written out and like vision boards. Like I just always just kind of had like an eye for it, if that makes sense.
And then so say like some of the biggest celebs, some of the biggest people who, like, if you were to style them, it would just change your career at the snap of a finger. Say they're watching this interview right now. In 1 minute, what would you say to them to work with you instead of the other stylists in the industry? What would you say?
Honestly, that's a good question.
1 minute. 1, 2, 3, go.
I really think I would just. I'm just that dude. Like, I mean, it's not saying it like on a cocky thing, but
Talk
it's
about
just
it.
like my work speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And I'm just be like, hey, it's just like
Facts.
I don't know. That's just I'm not trying to be cocky, so that's
Well,
just how I feel.
okay, a better question. What separates you from the other stylists?
I think what separates me is my originality, like my visions, my creativity. I can literally just see something and I could just literally turn it into like like a whole nother thing. Like I could basically take like a paper bag
And make that shit hot.
and make it hot. You know what I'm saying? So
That's dope. That's
that's just
dope.
how I feel.
That's dope, man. Any advice to the up and coming stylists out there, however you want to say it?
Yes. Be you. Don't never let anybody change you, your creativity. Don't let nobody dictate what you're thinking, what your craft is. None of that. Like if you know it looks good, then you know it looks good, and don't let anybody stop you from chasing your dreams and chasing your goals. You know.
Damn. Real spill. Any last words before we go?
Last words. Let me see. What do I have? What do I have for the people? Creativity. Whatever your vision, like I said, whatever your vision and your goal is, let that shine, and then everything else will fall into place.
There you guys have it. I'm your host, Adrian Nice. I'm here with,
Tony Martinez,
and his social media is.
Martinez XXL. I know people be like, but it's Martinez XXL.
And we're going to spell it.
It's MARTIEZXXL.
All right, there you guys have it. Tap in with him for all your stylish needs. If you're about to go to some red carpet, you're about to go to some premiere, some award show, tap in with him. I'm your host, Adrian Nice. This is Mouthin Out, and we are out. Peace.
Thanks.